everybody. It's Black Spring with Autumn here. Hope you guys are doing well enough. I just want to come in for a minute. For one, I'm aware that I'm still behind on my streams, but this week has actually been an absolute drain. Okay. Drag. I don't know if I'm just saying, it just feels like there's some kind of, I don't know, dare I say, is there some type of gravitational pull or something? I've just been absolutely beyond beyond the typical beyond the typical whatever. Maybe I'm dealing with, maybe there are energy vampires out there. I don't want to get too wacky or whatever, but maybe there are energy vampires that we're dealing with. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so that's the CT. There's your CT for the evening, and it is um March 8th, 2023. Um, I think some people are hitting me with the International Women's Day question. And you know, I I don't need a holiday or a calendar. I'm not one of these people that I don't observe every single thing that the powers that be or whoever comes up with this stuff. Like, is this like a liberals just dream up holidays to um to validate, these validation holidays. I don't really need that. I'd say, okay, if you're gonna do affirmations, put them on but take out a tube of lipstick that you don't give a damn about and write it on your mirror. Put it on your refrigerator. Do that. But am I going to no, I'm not doing those, nothing happened in honor of this and honor of that. I mean, I just honestly, we've got so many things going on in the country. We've got train derailments everywhere. Um, yeah, we've got, just all kinds of things going on. You got this J6 buzz going again. It's like they put a defibrillator on the CV-19. So it's like they're reviving everything. And never mind that there's a recession going on that they don't want you to talk about. Never mind that everything needs resuscitation just about. But they want you to focus on a International Women's Day. No, thank you. I'm just saying, I'm not. I'm fine. I'm good over here. I don't know if there's anything that I can't do that I can't do with the natural abilities that I was given. I think, women have already, they're doing pretty much already doing what men can do. Anything that they can't do, they weren't given the natural authority to do it, or they weren't given the natural ability to do it. Do I think women have the fortitude or the capability? Yes, I do. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not going to sit here and say that I, as a woman, would be able to hit some kind of a football field and say, "Oh, well, I can be a running back or a quarterback uh, or a DB, or that I can cover news programs or sports programs the same way for a sport that I never played or a position that I've never played." I would never. To me, that's just, you know, I can't deal with the Marxists. I can't deal with these isms because they don't solve anything. I don't have the P splat 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 envy. I don't have that either. So I'm good over here on international whatever. And how is what is international about it? I'm not a global citizen. Most people are not. Most people don't have any idea what's going on an international scale, much less globally. But they want you to celebrate. They want everybody to be celebrating something that's more, that's, it's just, to me, it's symbolism. I'm not a symbolism person. Okay, you won't see me throwing up purple flags and da 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 da. I see, as a matter of fact, I think Google has a purple lettering up right now. um yeah. I'm surprised people aren't racing to purple flags. I mean, I'm telling you, the stuff that goes on right now, you deal with the purple rain. I tell you guys, it's, for everything that rises, something has to fall. And I really think we're in a fallen state right now. And just FYI for those people, I know I was talking about, the Biden Jubilee speech in Selma or whatever. Well, listen, to me, I think you'd be remiss if you are out here doing any type of, whether you're attempting to do some type of journalism or you're attempting to do some type of reporting, you can't do it without knowing what your adversaries are saying. You have to know what they're doing. So no, I mean, do I want to listen to B to the I to the D to the E to the N? No. But do I think it's still nice to be aware of what kind of rhetoric is being put out there. Uh it's just, yeah, I need to be aware of that at times. So I have never, I mean, to me it was a typical, symbolism, bunch of lies and propaganda. But hadn't heard it in a while, so I decided to tune in, tap in. So that's what I decided to do. But I'm just saying, I was talking about symbolism. It's everything that we're doing, like our institutions, everything is based on symbolism right now. And some people just keep falling for it. I don't know what it is, what kind of bewitchery, but it's strong. The bewitchery is strong with a lot of people. But it's the same dog and pony show. Oh, I'm helping you. I'm going to help you, donkeys. Yeah, these people get some kind of power kick out of saying that because they feel like black people are inherently stupid and inherently inferior. So they just have to keep on. They got to keep trying to pretend like they're the guardians of the Fabergé eggs of society of darker hue. It beats anything. I don't have any tolerance for that. There's no progress in that. It's just, it's the love bomb. It's the love bomb, and here's a statue. The love bomb, here's a street sign. The love bomb, here's a museum. But I will say this, to me, this is an observation. I don't know of any other group of people or demographic of people in this country that has so many, the figures that are placed before us, the people that they place on a pedestal, are all backed by people that they set up. When I look at, so what is it, like Amazon, they might have this whole little color my leaders things. There's no other race of people that have that. You don't see the Asian, quote, Asian American community with people that are the first Asian to attend, to be a part of a country club. You don't see that. Oh, the first Asian to be on the city council. You don't see that. You don't see that. You don't see that from the Hispanic Americans or Mexican Americans or Latino Americans. You don't see, the only group of people or that have the biggest representation of that is the black slash African American community. That's the only place you see that. first judges, first this, first that, and most of them are given to you by liberal organizations. Liberal backed organizations gave you your leaders. Are they really your leaders? Did you pick them? Did you really pick them? I'm just saying. And of course, they got the Holy O up there. Um, but there's no other group of people in the country. It's like we're the biggest back burner supply in a narcissistic world, in a narcissistic society, that they pull out. They trot out these symbolism ceremonies and rituals, and then you got the swoonish people that keep running back to them, like Pavlov. Like they just keep running right back to them, and it beats anything I've ever seen because it's generational. The bewitchery is generational, and I really don't. That's to me. That's the only way it's possible. It's a strong. But like I said, I don't call it Stockholm syndrome. I call it, it's abuse. They say hurt people hurt people. No, they say abusive people hurt people. Abusive people abuse people, whether it's psychological or not. But like I said, they've got all their other little groups. They triangulate every little group against this group. And then eventually somebody hits the back burner. You got your who's the primary supply right now? Number one, it would be the illegals. Okay, they're number one, and then after that, that's a tough one. I'm a tough sell. So you have your LGBTQ as either is somewhere between LGBTQ and the illegals are battling for the primary or number one spot. Then you got the secondary. You got your secondary supplies. And then all the other supplies, the back burner supplies, which the black community gets to be the back burner supply. They always pull them out. They give them a few breadcrumbs throughout the year so they can pull them back, or they put you on the bench and pull you back out every 4 years, put you at the top for a few minutes, and then they rotate those other supplies, tertiary or secondary or primary supply gets pushed back up to the front. But they know your trauma, so they use that against you, and it keeps you coming back because they know once you're running low, it's like dopamine urgent. You're going to run back for it. You're going to run back for a little bit more to get that fix. You run back to the people that hurt you, the people that cause your trauma. We're accustomed, many of us. It's not just one group of people. Many of us are going to run back to that trauma. We're going to run back to that source of trauma because they know we're stuck. You're stuck. All right. So that's why I'm saying. But then this whole J6 thing is out. They're running a few. They're running a few traumatic scenarios right now. Not to mention that this election season is coming up again. I say that. What are the candidates? I don't know. Do I really take them seriously? Nope, I don't. But see, this is the thing with the whole J6 thing. The people that keep shouting the TRUMP and da 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 da, and what is it? Got people referring to there's a uni party now and rhinos or what. Just saying, really, you guys are so invested in this stuff. You love it. You love it. I don't know which one is the favorite. Or I heard a new term today, RAT, Republicans against TRUMP. It's exhausting. Uh, hey, got a second. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. He says, was about to head to bed and saw it. I was like, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm blocking it out on purpose because I'm doing it. Hello, Zero the Infinite. I'm purposely doing it right now. because I had some other stories to report because the WEF is at it. They stay on it. Okay, they're engaging in some type of mind reading technology right now. Okay, and it's out of the University is it Minnesota. It's like an fMRI imaging they want to use to see how it's kind of like the same ones you use when you go get an MRI in a hospital or whatnot, but instead they're going to use imagery to see how you react. So I'm just telling you, like, there's all kinds of studies that are being done, and a lot of these studies are being, the US is not telling us that they're what they're investing the money in, our money in. They're not telling you that. They are taking part in whatever these global elites want to do. They are participating in it. They are complicit, they are compliant, and they are taking part. They are participating in it. So, yeah, so Fauci would not be the only one uh, that's invested U.S. money into in conjunction with these global initiatives. Zero the Infinite says, so the Republicans are against the former president now. So it says, well, that what is it? What's his name? McConnell, and they used to call the rhinos or whatever. What is it? Murkowski, was it Lisa Murkowski? Was it Romney? For a while, those were kind of like the known ones. But I just can't really get into it. I mean, I just kind of laugh at some of this stuff. The fact that people are still so invested in it, you know, and they're able, as long as the thing about it is, as long as some people are able to sell a T-shirt, I think as long as they can sell a T-shirt, some products, some ads, or whatever, they'll say anything. Do I believe that they believe? You know, yeah. So I'm just saying, in order to have a belief about something, you have to have had some kind of experience or something there. But who knows? I think TRUMP is going to end up back in the place? No, negative. No. But see, this is the problem. There's too many contradictions here. They talk the J6 and TRUMP. You know, I can't help but to to kind of revisit some of the controversy or whatever. But people said that TRUMP, um, those people, he didn't basically kind of come to he didn't come to the people's rescue, the ones that were detained for it. Um, I don't know. I still know. I just think that what is it? I just read I got a scripture. Was it Ephesians 5:16? I'm paraphrasing, make the most of your time because these days are wicked. And I just don't want to invest that much time in it. But I can't participate these calendar days and these Marxism inspired holidays, and everybody's looking at the world in the same rose colored glasses. I think this was the plan all along. It had to be. It absolutely had to be, to get everybody to look at everything, to look at the same ideas in the same way. Like I said, it's not that I'm not anti-woman or a self-hater. No, I just think that, for me to sit here and say that it's an entire cause to beat the streets about things that I already can do, or things that I don't have the natural authority to do or the natural physical ability to do, that is not something that, that's not a celebratory kind of a thing. It's not. I'm not angry that there's certain things that I just cannot do. I can't physically do. Is it anybody's fault that there's certain things that women physically can't do, or we're just not made to do? No, it's just not you weren't wired to do certain things. I can not only accept that, but I can live with it. I don't need to go out and try to do, I had a brother growing up, but do I, I, when he told me to get out of the way. If he's playing flag football or something, no, I'm not going to stand there, and take and try to, get roughed up because I want to be included in something. No. But did I envy him? No. That's great. There's something you can do. I respected it. I respected the differences, but I never envied the differences. Something better was out there. Something that I could do naturally was out there all the time. Um, and I don't, like I said, if you want affirmations, if you want to take some lipstick, you don't really give a damn about it, write them on your mirror every morning. Do that. But do I need a day on the calendar for that? No, I don't. I don't need that. Let's see. But that's the kind of world they want this to be. That's what they want. Let's see who else is in the house. I see Derek C. Williams, Zero to Infinite. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out. But there's so many liners. The international, the global stuff. See, this is the thing, but I think these are more distractions than anything. They don't want you to pay attention to what's going on an international or a global scale, but they want you to celebrate a Woman's Day. They want you to do that. I will tell you that. Let's see. Some people, I was literature wise. Maybe I was looking at an Ohio speech, with Sojourner Truth. I was looking at something like that, and um, I was looking at that, comparing, some things there, whatnot, and all of a sudden, oh, are you doing this and that? It says Women's Day. Some people just actually read things for, you're reading things for, you know, you don't have to have, it can be just for the purity of reading. It could be motivated by a million things, but not necessarily by what's on your calendar. Your liberal calendar does not tell me how to make myself more valid, or everybody's not out here looking for validation. Zero the Infinite says, did I hear about YT reverse? What are they reversing it to? What are they reversing it to? Zero, give us the skinny. Um, Give us a skinny on that. I don't know what they're doing, but I know that I will say that they are siphoning off subscribers. I will say that. So guys, check. So I tell you what, we can remedy that by, I could do this as a PSA and say, hey, everybody check your subscription, because if they're siphoning off subscribers, that it could be my current subscribers that they are siphoning off. So check your subscription. Check. Dare I say, what is it? What is it? The guy from what is it? Family, whatever. Check your. What did he say? I can't remember. Willard something. I can't remember what his name was. He says check your blood sugar. Check your blood sugar. Check it often. No, check your subscriptions and check them often, because I think they are siphoning off people, and it could, like I said, it could be by regular people that view the channel regularly. They pretty much know they know what the trend is. So check your subscription, check your notifications, do all of that, because they're a little shifty. Oh, they're allowing cursing now, probably because they're losing money. Hi, Independent Mandy United. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of ranty because I'm behind on streams and I'm this week I am, but like I said, this week has been like kind of a drag. I don't know if was there a full moon or something? Was there some type of what is it? Is Mars or somebody in retrograde right now? It just feels like a drag. Like, whew, you do your regular 7 to 8 hour business, and it's like definitely by the weekend. I would say by the weekend. I think I might do something very, very early on Saturday morning. Very early Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. Definitely the weekend I will get back in. But this week has just been ay, 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 like a drag, a drain, a complete drag and drain. But yeah, there's totally because I want to get into some things on food, and I want to talk a little bit about raised beds. It's like some projects that I want to work on. Yeah, like raised beds. What are you putting in your raised bed? I don't know. Do we have people doing that? Maybe that. I mean, I've told you guys I have interest and intent to do a second channel, and it just occurred to me, I've got the content to do something else, but I also have um got the content to do something else, but I also have the content to I have, ideas about other things like a channel that is, around the house, around the house sustainability. Um let's see what you have. What do you have? Um yeah, what do you have? Do you have sunlight? Do you have good water, good growing capabilities? Um, yeah, just like what do you have around the house? It's around the clock, not around the clock, but like around the house sustainability. Um, but yeah, like is there somebody out there that what is it, catches rainwater, or just mapping, being able to map out where your local springs, or dare I say fresh water, or uh, just being able to locate those things. Um, yeah, like I saw one of the rancher channels that had like they have meat birds or whatever, like people they've got their farms and they've got their homestead, they've got all of that, those materials, they are incredibly blessed. Because I think we're short on so many things. It seems like we're getting shorter. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Independent Minute United, thank you so much for coming in. So I was just talking about how these Marxist kind of inspired holidays that are on the calendar, and I think I might have gotten emails. Like every other email was, the emails have become more graphic or whatever. And it's something about International Women's Day. Yeah. So what's international about it? It's not a conservative thing. It's not to me. Maybe I'm misnomering it by calling it even. Is it a liberal thing, or is it a liberal leaning kind of a thing, liberal inspired thing? I think yes. A liberal world order dictates what your affirmations are, but not for me. Some people consider themselves global citizens. Some people will attend will attend a one concert, but I just think people just avoid, celebrities. Did you guys hear about the conductor that was killed? Um, there's a lot going on in Ohio. A lot. Like I said, I mentioned derailments are still was Norfolk Southern again, and they expect people to believe that none of this is connected. I honestly, but I will tell you, there's a lot of places it kind of concerns me. Um, but yeah, but it kind of made me think about, I was inspired by something that I saw. What was Ephesians 5:16? We don't. It's like we what is it? The country song, don't make me sing it. Live like you were dying or something like that. I'm not going to go that far, but I'm going to say that these days are definitely wicked. Um, and I'm not going to say that it's newly wicked. I would just say it's more apparently wicked. Um, yeah, just a lot going on that they don't want you paying attention to. The NTSB, they don't want you paying attention to these investigations. the mainstream, the ministry, the media ministry, they are doing limited reporting. Um, this J6 thing with Tucker Carlson, it just gets to be, I can't. That's why I don't really do a whole lot of reporting. Um, but for entertainment value, I said I would probably bring some of it back just for the season and cycling of all of this. Um, so I'll bring some of that back, but who knows? It just it seems like we're just getting worse and worse. And I did make a comment about somebody. Okay, what was that Jubilee thing? The Bloody Sunday that happened. There was some woman, Rock and Rosa or somebody got up there and said, "Well, Joe Biden, they say you too old to run again," and da 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 da. So I'm just wondering who they're. It's going to be. I don't know. It's not funny. It's really not. It's just the symbolism, that they dress everything up with. But then, like, what does the presidency actually mean? I mean, what does it mean? And it's funny how he can manage to kind of stay on target in some instances when he goes out when he goes to shovel some crumbs out to the back burner supply at their Jubilee cross the river, the bridge in Selma. Um, but they know that he knows that they'll always go back to the people to those that have groomed them for trauma. That's exactly what he knows. His quote party knows that. All these politicians know how to bring their victims back to trauma. And I do mean both sides, because it's not just one side. When you're talking about narcissism, I think we live in a narcissistic world. I think we are all victim of some kind of trauma. We're also groomed to have relationships other people that are going to inflict more drama or more trauma onto us. So it's just a cycle. It's a cycle. It's pathological. And that's what I think to me, yeah, it's, the same people that they're pulling a lever for are the same people we're addicted to the trauma. Groomed for the trauma, addicted to the trauma. That's what we're used to. Samoan Watchman's here. How are you? Let's see what we have here. Let's see. We have I wish I was home. Trauma is one of the evil one. Is of the evil one. It's sad. Yeah, well, you know what they say? What another thing out saying that I picked up the other day. This is not my own, but let the enemy take care of his own, because there's no loyalty in darkness, in the kingdom of darkness. There is no loyalty. Usually, you know, the enemy will use a narcissist to destroy somebody else and also destroy that person. And he will punish you for not being able to destroy that person with light. So just saying, just saying. But at the same time, let's say the light irritates people's demons. Hang on just a second here. Who's in the house? I appreciate you guys for coming in. Zero says, I'm not sure that was going to associate with people because I don't like. Oh my gosh. Well, it's very observant. At least you can reflect on that. Some people don't have the capability to do that. Yeah, well, right on, Samoan. That's why I really think it's real. Let the enemy take care of his own. Let's see. I said, I wish I was home, says, I say, ha ha, you fool, to those who think they are serving the evil one. Man, I'm so ready to be home away from this. I'm down. That's what I'm saying. It just feels like, it's it's heavy. It's heavy. I mean, it's heavy to swing that one leg out of bed and to start over again. But for the small things, that's why I was that I was saying that Ephesians 5:16 was inspiring, because I think sometimes we we go back to abusing ourselves because we can't figure out what the heck's going on. You're trying to apply logic to craziness. It's not going to work. You're not going to find it. It's not going to become more logical. The more logical you are, the more crazy it drives you, you know. And Zero says, who was going out to help? I've done pretty well just minding my own business. So, yeah, well, I appreciate you guys. If you found any value in what I have to say, I wish I was home, says, hold on. Okay, it says, but they can't hurt me because greater is, yes, hallelujah, amen. He says that greater is he that is in me than he who is in the world. They can't have me. So, well, you know that. You know that. But some people, they love this world, they love the narcissism, they love the trauma, you know, we're addicted to abuse on some levels. I do believe that because it's a cycle. I mean, how do you break it? I guess you break it by, you know, you have to kind of get yourself away. Kind of have to get kind of have to disassociate. Sometimes we run into narcissistic people in our families. We run into narcissistic, whether they're narcissist by diagnosis or they just have the traits. You just have to distance yourself from them because they are energy vampires. And I think that's what we deal with. This is God told Chris's death is less than 1%. The 8 billion gonna get raptured. I live in the world. No, they're not. They just they don't believe anything. They don't believe that anything's ever gonna change. What do they call it? Is it cognitive dissonance? And Simone Watchman said, narcissism has destroyed much of my family, and I'm in a rebuilding stage. Well, excellent. You'll break the curse. If you're lucky enough to do that. But see, that's the thing. It's like when we have problems. Many times, if your parents were narcissists, even if it was just one, or or you're dealing with codependency, or you're dealing with trauma bonds, which you're accepting bad behavior or you're accepting abuse and making excuses for people. You kind of end up dealing with those people. You're attracted to what you know. But then it happens at work too. It happens at work. It happens on many fronts. It does. And I've heard somebody even say sometimes you have to reparent yourself. Like, unfortunately, grandparents that are narcissistic grandparents think that spoiling the child is love, but it's actually not. It's like it's them getting them. It's a way of them getting validation. To me, like they crave that validation, and they don't care what they have to do to get it. I wish I was home. Says pray for them and don't let it get to you. You're right. You're right. So I guess I've learned a lot about, because you might ask yourself, well, what's attracting me to these people, or how do I keep running into these people? But they sniff you out too. They know. They know. Because I do think, like in the wickedness, I do think we're dealing with darkness, more darkness than we want to admit. But I appreciate you guys for coming out. So this is my goal, to be back. Maybe even Friday. We'll see. We'll see. My gosh. We'll see. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out. So I'm just gonna say hi to everybody in the stream, and we're gonna pack it up. Derek C. Williams, thank you so much for coming in. It's nice to see you. Zero the Infinite was here. Independent Many United. The Samoan Watchman, thank you so much. I wish I was home. Thank you so much. Also, like I said, check your and thank you so much for your words. I wish I was home. God bless. Thank you. Um, check your subscriptions and all, because like I said, they have siphoned off about 5, and it could be people that are regular subscribers. So this is the watering of the garden. I would say that most of you should check your subscriptions, not just for my channel, but should check your subscriptions for other channels that you follow. Just check it, because the more people say, they're listening too. They, just like you're listening, they're listening too. So check your check your, not only your notifications, but check your subscriptions, because they're back up to shenanigans again. And even if you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe, I think that kind of resets and maybe even kind of throws it off a little bit. So I appreciate it. Excellent, Zero the Infinite. I appreciate it. But it's like, I don't know if they're going to change, what's her name? Wajcicki, the CEO. They've turned it over to some other guy now. So I don't know. Who knows? They might change the ability to go live. And they're just waiting. They want to come up with that magic number. They want to get you back under that number so they can shut you down. Just saying. I don't know. I don't think that's paranoia. No, I don't. But I haven't seen the dip in subscriptions in a long time. Maybe it's just in time for selection season. I don't know. But I don't know. For those of you, if you want to celebrate, you know, ism days, and you go right ahead. But just don't fill up my inbox with any of that. Not that I think that I have a problem with you guys doing that. Oh, these other institutions will do just fine doing that. Okay, guys. Well, have a great rest of your Wednesday night / Wednesday morning. Zero says if you got 100 subs, you can go live with limited features. What? Is that real? That's what you say? Yeah, well, they're going to fight you. Check out some of the rest of you guys. Drop your channels. It says if you got 100 subs, you can go live with limited features now. I had no idea. Well, we'll see once I get this other channel up and rolling. But this one, I'm getting some furniture and all this stuff for the channel. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Well, it's YT. Gotcha. So yeah, I'll be showing my face again soon, so not to worry. All right, guys. I will check in with you probably tomorrow. Have a great night / morning.